Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Coach Candy here with Coffee Chats. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your water, whatever it is that gets you rocking and rolling in the morning. It is Wednesday, y'all. Welcome. Good morning, Herbie. How are you? I'm going to make sure I get everybody back in the bowl because we've got some more giveaways this week. Good morning, Herbie. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Deborah. All right, I see Deborah, putting her in the bucket. I got Herbie. I got Sarah. I've got, where are they? I know all my regulars are in here. I have Paul. I have Martha. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, mimosas. Hey, if that's what gets you rocking and rolling in the morning, not for me. I have my bulletproof coffee. I already had my apple cider vinegar and whatever lemon this morning because I have been up since 4:20, y'all. I did Camp Gladiator again, and so I'm a little sore. I just got to tell you, holy cow. Squats like you would not believe. I have to modify some things based on the fact that I have had 3 knee surgeries and an Achilles surgery. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Song. Just getting everybody in the bucket here. Let me go through. I got a couple. This way I don't have to rewrite them every day. Let's see, Song, I know you're in my pile here. Let me find you. There you are. So I got everybody dropping you in the good old trusty bowl here. But yes, I have been up since 4:20, y'all. I am telling you what, and I love, for those of you that are trying to get your game on, get your groove on, trying to do a new workout, get something maybe going in the morning, in the evenings. Now, mind you, they have regular normal times too. I just choose the 4:45 class so that I can get my workout in, I can do my morning routine, and I can show up and be present with all of you. What's nice is they will also make modifications. I've had 3 knee surgeries. I've had an Achilles surgery, all in the same leg. So I do a lot of slam ball, let me tell you, and a lot of squats when some of the running stuff is going on. I am not able to run anymore. I'm about bone on my knees. So really great, but I got to tell you, I probably did about 5,000 squats today. So it might be interesting to watch me walk later. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Love this. Good morning, Jason. Great to see you again. I know I got you in here too. Yes, I'm going to add you in the bowl here because we got some more great giveaways. In fact, we even have a giveaway from our fellow community member. Paul Russo actually has volunteered to gift something that I'll tell you about in just a moment. So just super grateful that Paul offered to give something away as well as part of the week of 100 and things that we're getting into. Good morning, Candy Part 1. Herbie, I'm going to smack you. I love that. Almond Joy rocks me in the morning once in a while. Hey, I love that. You got to do, I mean, life is too short not to have those things that light you up, not to have those things. Like I said, I've got my bulletproof coffee this morning. 4:20 is a little early for me, so I do need a little caffeine. So yes, yes, yes. So great to see everybody. Kathy, good morning. As we're letting everybody get on, I just want to make sure I get everybody in the trusty bowl this morning because we've got giveaways all week, and I want to make sure you guys get your prizes and you get a fair opportunity. Thank you, Martha. Yeah, I used to do boot camp once upon a time, actually what caused me to have Achilles surgery, so you wonder why I go back. But I used to get up and do a 5:30 class when I was in Milwaukee, and so 4:45, I got to tell you, that is a commitment for sure. It's crazy because I am really a self-proclaimed non-morning person, and but I'll tell you what, there's something about getting out there and kicking it for an hour, jamming, having some good music, having a great trainer. Cheryl is amazing. A great group of people that are there cheering each other on, and there's that accountability, right? And so whatever speaks to you in that space is getting those bookends, getting that space. We need a space to activate ourselves. And I'm going to talk about a little bit around the power of 100 today. We're celebrating the 100th anniversary, or the 100th anniversary, this is my 100th episode. I'm not that old, good Lord. The 100th episode of us being together as a community. And what I love is, I don't know if some of you can see it on your feed as well. I love seeing where it says milestone follower. Those of you that show up almost every morning, it starts to tag you as a milestone follower. I guess you have to have so many or ways that you interact, but I've got followers, I've got milestone followers. I get these little things that show me who's on here, and just truly love that. I think it's just pretty powerful. We are going to continue to have some fun today. We're going to continue to celebrate. Yes, naps. I will tell you, I have reincorporated naps into my day as well. It's really hard to get 7-8 hours of sleep when you're getting up at 4:20 in the morning. It's as much as I try to, last night I was in bed by 9:30. It's tough because by the time I can wind down and other things, and I think it was probably 10 something when I probably dozed off. So yes, wanting to make sure I honor that sleep. And so I am a big fan of naps. And so that's one of the things that, as we talk about the power of 100 today, sometimes it's easy as breaking it down into 5 times 20, right? So if you think about what you could commit to for 100 minutes a week, think about it for 5 days. That's essentially 20 minutes a day. It's why I break down the trivia that we're doing every day. Good morning, Ruben. It's why I break down the trivia. I'm putting you in the bowl here, my friend. Why I break down the trivia in 20 a day. We get overwhelmed so many times because we think things are so big. We get into you know, we've talked about eating the elephant, taking one bite at a time. And what happens oftentimes is we see the elephant, we see this daunting space, and we think we've got to tackle the whole thing instead of trying to break it down into smaller bite-sized pieces. And it's the same thing. Think about committing to something that would change your life. And so this is what I want to challenge you all. Aloha. This is what I want to challenge you all this morning around, is to be a little more intentional. Think about one area of your life right now. We've been together for 100 episodes. Many of you have been on here every morning or nearly every morning. And so we have a community. You have people that you can lean into, that you can hold yourself accountable. You can set intention. And so one of the things I want you to think about on this amazing Wednesday morning, and I am still amped up. This is the power of me getting a workout in. So you guys get me even like more elevated. I'll crash later and take a nap. But on my beloveds, you know, this is the power of activating yourself, right? You get so clear, you get so focused. What I want you to think about is I want you to think about an area in your life. I want you to think about where right now, you know, if you were being honest with yourself, if you were going to lean into the truth so that you could say, this is where I'm sort of half-assing it, or this is where I'm kind of dogging out. This is where I'm copping out, dogging it, whatever you want to call it. This is where I am not showing up 100%. Or I know that if I were to give this a little bit more oomph, that I would be able to really level up my own game, that I would be able to significantly go bigger. And it's interesting because I had a mastermind, one of my mastermind groups yesterday. We had 4 hours together in the afternoon, and really got into a space where some of my peeps had to get pushed. We're having kind of the circular conversation and the excuses are coming up, and really getting into a space to push out of your comfort zone, right? So think about where in your life, good morning, Robin. Think about where in your life you could level up, and I'm just looking for your name here so I could drop you in the bowl as well, my dear friend. And so think about where in your life right now you need to honestly level up, where you are half-assing it, where you're copping out, where if you were to commit to 100 minutes a week, 100 minutes a week, 20 minutes a day, that you know that if you were to put 20 minutes in that space, and maybe it's being more intentional about how you use social media, maybe it's getting your workout on, maybe it's being able to, I don't know what it is, maybe it's cook yourself healthy meals, maybe it's meal prep, maybe it's making those calls, 20 minutes to call those people that you keep saying, if I call them, I would be able to level up my business and make more and do more, right? Good morning, Preston. So I want you to think about where in your life right now, if you're being really super honest with yourself, would 100 minutes a week level you up? Would it significantly put you in a space to push you out of your comfort zone? Would significantly, and again, this is 20 minutes a day. And I'm going to use a Tony Robbins, and I'm going to modify when he says if you don't have 20, he says if you don't have 10 minutes a day. So even think about it. You could do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon. Maybe it's meditate. Maybe it's take a nap. Maybe it's drink more water. Maybe it's go for a walk. Maybe it's whatever it is. What is it you need? And it's probably something in your own self-care, or it's pushing you into the arena into something that makes you really uncomfortable that you've been making excuses around. I want you to think about what's that space, what's that one thing that if you were to commit 20 minutes a day, all 20 or 10 and 10, and like Tony Robbins says, if you don't have 10 minutes a day for yourself, then you need an hour. So I want you to realize that if you're telling me, oh, I don't have candy, that's 20, you need to find 20 minutes. The only way you're gonna level up your game, the only way you're gonna do more is to, oh, good morning, Angie, is to significantly think about what that space would be. So what I want you guys to do is we're going through, and I'm just making sure I got everybody in the bowl here. I want to make sure everybody's got their opportunity for the prizes that are the giveaways today. And one of them, like I said, is thanks to our dear friend Paul, who decided to offer us a gift as well. So I will be gifting that along with something else, as well as some complimentary tickets to my upcoming event in October. So lots of awesome things once again. So just curious, what would be focus management? Chowing down on the frogs, yes. So let's talk about that. If you're gonna chow down on the frogs, eat the frogs, right? What would be that one thing? And so I would love right now, this is accountability time. This is setting intention. And some of you, you know, some of you are very active in terms of engaging with each other, getting into the conversation. Some of you kind of just sit back and watch, and that's perfectly fine. One of the things I want you to consider, though, is when you state an intention out loud, whether it be you write it down or you say it verbally out loud, it creates more power. There is something about, first of all, because it's a way you put it into the universe that activates it, that actually gives it energy and a vibration. Yes, you can think about it, but when you actually articulate it or write it, which is right now what I'm challenging you and inviting you to do, is to articulate that one thing for you. Many of you have been connecting outside of this space. And again, if you're not connected with each other, you know who's showing up every day. Go out, friend that person, get to know them. This community is as powerful as you choose to make it. And when you dig in and when you're really getting into some of those connected conversations, when you're taking some of the things that we talk about and you're taking it to the next level, when you're cheering each other on, when you're holding each other accountable, when you're lifting each other up, there's a lot of power in that. So don't lose that. There's a lot of magic in this group right now. And so what would be that one thing? You mean like this coffee chat? I made a concerted effort to block this time on my work calendar. Absolutely. That is a prime example of what you could be doing. And this goes a little bit longer than 20 minutes most days, right? So that's a way to commit. So what's another thing? You're here. So you've been doing that commitment. What's another way that you could add 100 minutes? And I want you to think about that. Adding the power of 100 minutes in your week. In 5 days, the power of 100 minutes that could change your life. So think about the power of 100. Break it down 5 times 20. What is it you could right now? You've made these other commitments. You're doing these things for yourself. What is it you could do right now that would be meaningful for you? That you know that if you were to invest, and this is an investment, this is an investment of your time. Time is the only thing you can't get back. Time is not a commodity. Time is the most precious resource we have because we cannot get back what we spend our time on. Love it, song, working out. Great, 20 minutes a day, you're committing to working out, to activating your body, to getting the physicality of your energy, your vibration, the oxygen moving through you. Love that. Who else? Who else wants to make a commitment around what they're going to invest? And this is such an investment. Think about the ROIs you want for your life. Think about the returns you want back around what you want to open up access to, what you want to create, what you want to do, right? So I'm curious, what do you want to invest that 100 minutes in? 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's it. You have 20 minutes a day to invest in something that's going to raise you to the next level. What's that for you? Robin, with Herbie, but truly dedicating the time strictly to my business. Not my business helping my clients, but for me to grow my business. If the theme of my new website, which is about to launch, is leverage up, then that is what I plan for the next year. I love that. So 20 minutes a day to really focus on, and maybe it's the way you're planning, maybe it's the way you're setting strategy, maybe it's the way you're purposely putting a message or sharing a story out with others, right? What's that 20 minutes a day? What's that 100 minutes a week that's going to significantly move the level? Love that, Robin. Thank you so much for sharing. Martha, I desire to invest in informational interviews. Ooh, I love that. And tell us more about what that means, Martha, because some people might not know what an informational interview is. So please share that, because that's a really powerful space. Some of you do meet and greet, some of you do coffee chats, some of you do different things where you're out making purposeful connections and being very diligent about having those opportunities to talk to mentors, to talk to people that you admire, to getting out there as you're trying to explore new avenues. Many of you talked about wanting to dig into more around transition. Tell us more about what you mean when you say informational interviews, Martha. I love that. Storyboard. Ooh, I love that, Kathy. Yes, 20 minutes a day storyboarding. That's really powerful. Talk about setting intention for how you show up. Perfect. Creative time. Sarah, creative time to write my book. Excellent. I love that. Yes, you don't realize a lot of people say, oh, I want to write a book. Oh, I want to do this, right? Robin Banks, good morning. I'm going to add you to my little bowl here. I got the other Robin, so make sure I put the last name on there, the little initial, so because I'm about to do the first drawing here in just a moment. But yes, some of you are like, I want to write a book. I have a book in me. I want to do these things. And you think you have to sit down and write it all in one fell swoop. No, what you need to do is you need to spend 20 minutes a day to just write, to just allow yourself to be in that space to be creative, right? So I love that, Sarah. That's so powerful. Carol, 20 a day, minute towards courses I've invested in. Yes. Oh, you're speaking to my heart. I have to say, when I signed up for KBB, which is the Knowledge Business Blueprint, I made a promise to myself that I was going to invest in this. I was going to finish it. I am the queen. I am such a junkie for self-help, self-development, self-growth, personal growth, business growth, you name it. I am a junkie when it comes to programs, especially from my mentors and gurus. And at times, I'm also really crappy at finishing all these programs that I got. I start them, I kind of get halfway, and then I get distracted by something else. Investing 20 minutes a day in those programs that you purchase. Many of you have purchased my programs. Many of you have the Ideal Calendar system. 20 minutes a day can significantly change your life. If you've invested the money, make sure you're investing the time to get the return you want. I just did that. Jenna Kutcher had this amazing 5-day challenge on email lists, and I invested the time. I'm like, seriously, her videos are 10 minutes long. Get in there, do 20 minutes, and do the work. I love that. So Carol, that's amazing, because the only way that we're going to grow is to integrate all that learning. You don't get it by osmosis. You paying for it and letting it sit in a library isn't doing you any good. So allow yourself that opportunity to lean in, right? I love that. Deborah, 20 minutes journaling. Love this, love this. Still halfway in KBB. Yes, and so take your time. I'm actually going to go through it again, because the first time I did it, because I was like, I want to actually complete this. I want to get in, and I gave myself an hour a day. Now I want to go back and do 20 minutes a day just to refresh, because there's so much juiciness in that when you have programs that are that big, give yourself 20 minutes a day. I do 20 minutes a day, which is my 40-day prosperity plan. It is my money mindset. It is journaling. I give myself that 20 minutes a day. And so again, what do you want to invest your 100 minutes in? Think about the power of 100, a power of 100 that could significantly change your life. So here we go, and remember, you got to be present. I got some names in here. The first giveaway today is going to be a beautiful gift that, like I said, our friend Paul Russo has graciously offered. He is donating a book called The Power of Human Connections by Cody Bateman. And so I am now raffling so that you can get that along with, so you get a copy of the book that Paul has graciously, and once again, Paul, thank you so much. That was just so sweet and so generous of you. You will get a copy of that book, The Power of Human Connections, and your very own Camp Candy t-shirt that says Camp Candy, Island of Misfit Toys, and has a little Destroy the Noise in the back. You will get both of those as I just knocked all of these on the floor. All right. So you will get both of those. So if you are on, you will need to let me know that you're here, and then what you'll need to do is send me a PM with your mailing address so I can get this out to you this week. So you will get a copy of that book. Again, thank you so much, Paul. And then you will also get a wonderful, comfy Camp Candy t-shirt, which I know you'll wear with pride. Right? Oh, and Martha is giving some extra on when she says she wants to do informational interviews. She wants to speak with people who are experienced HR leaders about their practices in the industry. That is honing your craft. That is getting out there and enhancing your skill set. Go out there and talk to people that are above you. Go out and talk to your mentors, your coaches. Go out to talk to those. Extract information. See what's going on in the industry. Do some research. Do some surveys. Whatever it is, what a great space for the informational interviews. All right. So I'm mixing these up. Let's see who is going to get a copy of the book, The Power of Human Connections. Thank you, Paul. And the Camp Candy t-shirt. Dun, 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 dun. Today's first winner is Herbie Harris. Woo! Herbie, I'm assuming you're still on. Let me know. Let's congratulate Herbie. Woo! Rock solid. And I will get these out to you. Like I said, I just need your mailing address. So let me put this here so that I know that Herbie is our first official winner. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I have a few. Oh, excellent. I love that. Look at that collaboration already. A few leads to share with Martha. How awesome is that? All right. So before I do the second drawing, I'm going to do our 20 trivias today. Yes, go Herbie. Awesome. Thank you so much, Paul, again for that gift. Herbie, I can't wait to hear what you think about that book. That is awesome. Yay, Herbie. Kudos, Herbie. Awesome, awesome. Martha Roberts, DM me and I'll introduce you to my director. Yes, I love this. This is the power of this community. Look at these relationships we're creating. Look at this collaboration. That is awesome. Martha, you've got several people willing to give you some opportunities and some information. So perfect. Let's see, stalled out here. Martha, I know several HR professionals. Thank you, Preston. That's awesome. Congratulations, Herbie. Awesome. All right, so here's our 20 trivias. These ones are getting a little bit more fun. Yes. Isn't that awesome, Martha? This is the power of connecting with each other in this group and outside of this group. I want you guys to ask for what you need. Talk about it. If you're looking to get connected to people, if you're trying to step into a new space, especially next week when we start talking about transition, and some of you that are trying to get out of corporate, or you're trying to look at a different role or job or get back into corporate, whatever that might be, make sure, and we're gonna have some opportunity where you can share what you're passionate about. We'll do one of those one day too, where it's just a share of what are you doing, who are you looking to connect with, because I want to make sure there's a lot of rich gold in this group in terms of networks and power of connection, and I want to make sure that you guys get opportunity. So we will do that next week as well. I will open up space where you guys can really talk about what you do and make a request. So be thinking about that. Think about how to say what you do quickly and make the request or the ask for who you would like to be connected to. So we're going to, and say a prayer, Peyton, we're going to open up a space where you guys we can do some intentional. That's another thing I want to bring in this space. I know we were talking about topics is intentional networking. There's a whole strategy to networking in a way that actually serves versus going to meetups and events and whatever and just handing someone a business card or seeing how many business cards you can collect. That gets you nowhere. I want you to really get into a space to intentionally connect and make relationships with 1 or 2 or 3 people that's meaningful, that could open up access to a lot more. So I'm gonna help you with that as well. All right, so let me catch my breath because that was a whole lot of all at one time. Man, you guys, I'm telling you, these workouts, whew, beware. I barely have any coffee in me. Look at just a little bit. So this is all just pure adrenaline coming off my workout at 4:45 this morning. Seriously, there is a crazy screw somewhere. All right, So number 41, we've done the first 40 of my favorite random trivia. And these ones are going to get really fun. Some of these I'm not even sure I can get out there without cracking myself up. So the first couple are, okay, the first one is, did you know that cows, like moo cows, kill more Americans each year than sharks do? People are so afraid of sharks that cows actually kill more humans than sharks do. Newborns have no kneecaps. Babies do not have kneecaps when they are born. Their kneecaps grow over time, which is one of the reasons why they don't walk and other things. They have no kneecaps. Didn't know that. Cheetahs don't roar. Most people think cheetahs are like other cats in the animal kingdom, that they roar. They don't roar. They actually purr, meow, hiss, bark, and growl instead. Isn't that hilarious? Okay, here's one for you guys. Most people break up on Mondays. No idea why. All right, I'm going to come back to a couple that I marked because these are like my favorites. Here's one. It's a myth that people are either left brain or right brain. It's absolutely a fallacy. You need both sides of your brain to manage different functions in your body. There's no such thing as being left brain or right brain. That's a myth that we've created. You actually need, your brain operates different functions within your brain and within your body. So both are working together all the time. So just a myth. Women, and I have to say when I read this one, I had to think about it for a minute because I was like, bad weekend date, right? Exactly. You went out the boys, you went out the girls, whatever, and I don't know, had some clarity over the weekend. This one I had to think about, and then I was like, no, I think that's kind of true. Women are attracted to the scent of Good and Plenty licorice candy and cucumber. And I had to think about it. I don't really like the taste of Good and Plenty, but I love the smell of Good and Plenty licorice. You know those little pink and white, like chewy things? I didn't think about it. I'm like, oh no. And I think it's why my mom we're Italian, right? And my mom makes pizzelles, they have anise in them, which is a licorice flavored extract. And I think it's one of the reasons why I love when she makes pizzelles, because the whole house smells like licorice. And apparently women tend to be attracted to the smell of licorice. Think about some of the colognes. They have a hint of it in there, and the smell of cucumber. So random ass fact. I'm sure you all are like, ew, no. I mean, I know all of you want to know this stuff, right? Some of these things that I tell you, you're like, I really wish that I could let this out of my head. Okay, this one, I just think, I don't even know why this is out there. It's just random. Hitler had a flatulence problem. He actually took over 20 different medications because he had gas issues. I don't know why I find that funny. It's actually something that is just like, yes, I love anise too. It's just one of those random facts. I'm like, why? Why does somebody know this? Why is this out there as a random trivia fact that someone took over 20 different, I mean, just crazy, right? Licorice, yes, and cucumber, no. So interesting how we have different tastes. All right, this one, I gotta wait for that one. I gotta do last two because that's just funny. The word MacGyvered from the show MacGyver way back in the, 90s, has actually a word now in the Oxford English Dictionary. So the word MacGyvered is an actual word that we've established because it created, right? That was the least of his problems. Exactly. Couldn't agree with that more. Kentucky has more bourbon than people. Now that's my kind of state. This one is disgusting. The McRib sandwich, I don't know how many of you, I'm not a McRib or a McFish or any of that. I don't do fast food. But if any of you are a big McRib sandwich person, did you know that it contains over 70 ingredients? So I'm just going to say a prayer, Peyton. Another siren's going by. I just want to say, for all of you that think you're eating a McRib, that is not what you're eating. I don't even want to think about the crap that's in that sandwich, but it has over 70, not 70 ingredients. That's disgusting. Canadians say sorry so much that a law was passed in 2009 declaring that an apology can't be used as evidence of admission of guilt. That cracks me up. They say sorry so much that they had to pass a law about the fact that they couldn't use an apology in a case as an evidence of admission of guilt. That is insane. We don't have that problem in the U.S., let me tell you. Let's see, Paul, true, good and plenty along with cucumber. The smell of both together tend to activate certain hormone responses in female population. I just think that's crazy. And ribs isn't one of the ingredients. Yes, no, that's the funny part about it. A McRib has 70 ingredients and a rib isn't even one of the ingredients. That's just, man, think about what we're putting in our body. It matters, people. Just like you guys with your Doritos that are flammable. They use it for kindling when you're camping. All right. If a polar bear and grizzly bear mate, their offspring is called a pizzy bear. P-I-Z-Z-Y. I just thought that was cute. All right, let's see. Nintendo trademarked the phrase, "It's on like Donkey Kong" in 2010. How many of you, like, seriously or guilty, still say that? It's on like Donkey Kong. I still say MacGyver, so, you know, just shows you what generation I grew up in. All right, so I'm curious. I'm going to ask a couple questions before I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to ask a couple to see if you guys can answer these. The first movie ever to put out a motion picture soundtrack was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Who knows, who can tell me what a single strand of spaghetti is called? Anybody know what a single strand of spaghetti is called? Wow, so glad I do not eat any non-food items, fast food yet, right? Who knows what and do not go looking this out on the internet. This is right now, right here. I'm giving you just a few seconds. Who knows what a single strand of spaghetti is called? Give you a minute to see if anybody knows. And while you're trying to come up with that one, who knows what the official name of Twitter's logo, the bird? What is the bird's name of Twitter's official logo? Anybody know? Kathy, noodle. No, the actual name for a single strand of spaghetti is a spaghettio. Not like the thing that comes in the can, SpaghettiOs, which I have to say, processed food aside, I don't eat them at all anymore. But man, I'll tell you what, if I were to smell or was around a kid that was eating beefaroni or SpaghettiOs, I might just have to sit down and join them. Put a little salt and pepper on SpaghettiOs. Holy crap, that was one of my favorite foods, or whatever they want to call it, whatever came out of a can, right? So an oodle, I love this, noodle, spaghetti, Tweety, oh, for the birds, there we go. Spaghetti, oh, did you have it right, Herbie? Damn, autocorrect, that's funny. So Martha thinks the bird for Twitter is Tweety. No, that would have made sense, but that is not the name. The bird, the logo's name, Spaghetti-O, yes, awesome, congratulations. So the bird's name is actually Larry. Why? Why is the logo for Twitter's name? I would think it was Tweety too, right? But I guess they couldn't use Tweety because isn't that like the bird that Sylvester the cat's always trying to get in my cartoons? So just so you know, the logo for Twitter, that bird, his name is Larry. I know you all needed to know that. Here's one for you that is, I can't even say it. Did you realize, and this is another one of those things that really be mindful, are you eating real food? I am very clear that the only kind of vanilla extract I get is a pure grade Madagascar vanilla extract, or I get a vanilla bean and do it myself. And here's the reason why. Do you know that beaver bum, like their butt, beaver bum goo and urine is occasionally used to enhance vanilla flavoring? Think about that, beaver bum goo. First of all, who comes up with phrases like that? Beaver bum goo is used to enhance vanilla flavorings. Gross. If it is not a pure grade organic vanilla, I am not touching it. And now, for sure, I am not doing any vanilla flavoring. Don't even get me started on things like cinnamon flavoring and the red dye and the other stuff they use. You guys have no idea what is in some of your food. So yes, Larry Bird. Oh, that's funny, Herbie. Maybe that's why they came out with Larry. Yes, its name is Larry. Basketball player Larry Bird. Yuck, right? I know, seriously. And that stuff is called natural flavors in many foods. I know. Doesn't it just gross you out? Ew is right. I know, it made me sick and it made me laugh because I just love saying beaver bum goo. That seriously just makes me laugh. All right, so I've got two more for you. What's the scientific term for beaver bum goo? I don't even want to know. All I know is anything that's coming out of someone's backside, animal, person, whatever, I don't want it in my food. I'm just saying it. That's disgusting. Did you know that Shaq, basketball player Shaq, in his entire basketball career, he only made one official three-point shot? He only made one, and that was on February 16th, 1996. For as awesome a basketball player as he was, that was Michael Jordan's fate. He was a big point thrower, but only one official three-pointer in his entire basketball career, and that was February 16th, 1996. I was blown away when I saw that. You would never think that a professional basketball player had only had one three-point shot, not free throw, three-point shot that he made officially in his entire career. That's crazy to me, right? Let's see. And they changed the name high fructose corn syrup to fructose, so watch out. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't eat all that crap. There's actually a list. I should share that with you guys. There's a list of all the names you need to be aware of that are either hidden sugars, hidden stuff, or things like beaver bum goo that's actually called something else. Yeah, it's natural flavor. It is natural flavoring. It's not the natural flavoring I want. That's so disgusting. With a guy that tall, why would you post him on the outside of the paint? Good point, right? I mean, seriously, he's one of the biggest, dunkers back in the day. Yeah, I mean, the guy's like a freaking giant. I actually remember I had an opportunity to stand next to him he's gigantic. So was Tim Thomas and a couple others, because we did a whole violence prevention program for Milwaukee Public Schools, and they had some of the basketball players there, and we went down at half court, and here's me, 5'2". Let me tell you, those guys are freaking tall. But yeah, if you got a guy that big, why would you put him on the outside? So here's the last one I want to share with you, and this one was really interesting. I did not know that. Do you know that we've been saying Dr. Seuss's name wrong the entire time? It is not how Dr. Seuss should be pronounced. The way his family pronounces it is it actually rhymes with voice, and we should actually say Dr. Seuss, not Dr. Seuss. So just so you know, Dr. Seuss is not really Dr. Seuss, it's Dr. Seuss. He's much better at crashing the boards, rebounding, and completing shots. Absolutely. So you use a guy. This is an example of use your team members in the best and highest position possible, right? So that's your random ass trivia and useless facts for today. I've got another 20 tomorrow. They keep getting better. There is an app called Think Dirty when you can put all your soap, shampoos, cleaners, etc. to see if they are poisons. Yeah, there's so much crap in our food and the things that we put on our body, in our body. It's why they tell you for food it should have 5 ingredients. You should know what everything is in the list, right? And if you don't, look it up, because there's all kinds of new names that they're calling things, and it might just be beaver bum goo that is in your whatever vanilla enhanced protein powder or whatever that is. Make sure that if it's truly a vanilla extract, that it says it and it doesn't say natural vanilla flavoring, because that is AKA a sign that it could be beaver bum goo. So just so you know, cleanest is Dr. Brothers. Thank you, Song. I appreciate that. Yeah, that name wouldn't sell books, right? Dr. Seuss. Yeah, Dr. Seuss. I mean, it's still spelled the same way. It's just Dr. Seuss, and it rhymes with voice. So anyway, enough of that. For today, I have one more giveaway for today, and this is for a complimentary ticket for the upcoming Transform Your Yes 2-day event here in Austin. So hopefully either inspire some of you to come down and join us, or for those of you that are local, you clear that out. The event is October 18th and 19th, and it is right here, actually about a half a mile from my house. And it is a really powerful event. I also will be sharing more about that. We have an early bird special going on for the event right now through September 15th that you can get $100 off the ticket, so you can come join us for 2 days for only $97. It is 2 full days. We do a happy hour on Friday night, and it's a lot of fun. It is a space that gets you really clear on who you are as an individual, your purpose, how do you step into that space to be more intentional, your what, why, and who, and then we're going to get into a lot of stuff on how to destroy the noise, your mindset, and some other things to clear that out. So really powerful space. Would love to see all of you there. And beaver bum goo, who knew? That's hilarious. So the person that is getting a complimentary ticket to join us, let me see, feeling like this is the right one to pull. Song, you are actually getting a complimentary ticket to come back. I know you've been that. You get to come back and join us on October 18th and 19th. And so that is a Friday and Saturday. I will be sending out information for that so that you can access your ticket. I will be giving more tickets away for the event tomorrow and Friday, as well as a couple other books and a couple other gifts. So make sure y'all join us. Congratulations, Song. That's so awesome. And for the rest of you, what an awesome day. You guys make me laugh. I love that we just get to play and have fun. We're going to get back to some of that more serious conversation next week. We are going to talk about some different things, some of the topics that have come up over the last couple days that you guys suggested, transitioning from corporate, bringing in some guests to riff with, still considering what that might look like. Sometimes that's a little more challenging than it sounds. Intentional networking, I just added that today. Leveraged income, how to create residual and passive income for yourself. Major changes and transitions in your life, and then building and sustaining momentum in professional development, personal development. So we got a lot of topics to dig into over the next several whatever. Yes, thank you again, Paul, for your generous gift. That should be coming soon, and Herbie, I will get that out to you. I know you already have a Camp Candy t-shirt, so feel free to gift that out as well, my friend. And with that, everybody, make it an awesome, freaking fantastic, wonderful, just amazing Wednesday. Make sure that you set your intention around what you're going to invest your 100 minutes on. 20 minutes a day. What are you going to commit to? How are you going to hold yourself accountable? And allow yourself to level up with 20 minutes a day. So with that, everybody, that's the power of 100. So excited for everything that we're doing, and I can't wait to see you all back here tomorrow at 7:30. Mwah! I love you. Heart-to-heart hugs, everyone, and you are so welcome. Thank you for that song. So with that, everybody, I will catch y'all tomorrow. Bye.